Good morning, guys. This is George trying to find the right solution to my bouncy surface, my new surface. Have yet to find it, but we'll get there, step by step. Alright, so this is grip. And the grip is improved. We're getting to the point where the thumb is adjusted here when I place the dice here. Now you can't see it properly, but I move my thumb to the center and then the middle finger is adjusted here when I bend the dice and I put them on a tilt. Landing zone is going to be center. Dice up. Heart 4. Hey bro, good morning. Hi Mel. Hi Caniela. Changing the set to 2-4-6-4. Let's just do the cross. Good morning, SJ. Dice out. 6-1. We did the explosion on the left eye. The one was at the bottom. Okay. All right, rebuy. Dice up. 5-4. That's secondary. Dice up. 4-6. Secondary. I'm going to ignore the drifting Crapsee decided to lock my bets again, so I just lost a nice 1,400 payout. Why are you going that way? 156. Good morning. Six, 4, 10. Four, 1, 5 secondary. Hey, Canela. All right, so. That's it. Three, 2, 5. Fox's explosion, right. 对上。对上 2464。415. Three, 5, 8.对上。1, 2, 3 drift. One, 5, 4, 5. We'll change this set.对上。Heart 6. Implosion. Left. Sorry, heart 6, yeah, implosion left.对上。 549. Secondary. Front line. That's all. 314. That's the implosion I was looking for. It's a drift action. 3-1. When I was on the 2464, 2464, I noticed the drift 1, 2, 3. I needed the 4, so I went to 2124 set original, quarter turned it to 1545 and waited for the drift, which was a 314. So here we go. 1545 is here. 314 is here. All right. Casual, good morning. Good morning, Croc Dog. That's it. One, two, three. That's secondary. One, two is here. I don't know why I didn't take my 25 pass line off, but never mind. That's because I didn't register the 9. 549 front line, 314. Yeah, everything was registered. Okay. Okay, I understand. Because we're already on the 4. Cool. Nice up. So I have to double pitch. That's a shame. So how do we actually say that this was a good roll? We started with a 2464 and we're getting 5-4, 4-6. The 1-5 was implosion of both. Then 6-4, 4-1, 3-2, 4-1, 3-5. The 1-2 was the drift. Then we got the hard 6. And I think that was, we changed set at that point. we got a hard 6, which was an implosion left. We were expecting to get 5s and 2s, and we started getting 5, 4, 9. 3, 1, 4, which was what we wanted, implosion of the... that was a drift, 3, 1 drift, then 1, 2, 3, and then 5 and 2, 7. So the rotations on the dice are correct today. Whether we get the 5, 2, 7 or not, it's it's a matter of placing the middle finger mostly correctly. But during this roll, I thought that this was a good grip with good position. Anyway, here we go. Back to a 2, 4, 6, 4 set. Let's repeat last. Nice up. 2, 6, 8. That was primary. I didn't like the way the dice is split open. One went to the left, the other one to the right. And the good part is that this is how we send them out. As a 2, 4, 6, 4, this is how they ended up. Random, I don't know. I don't care. Yep, I do change dice sets, and there's a simple reason for that. Arnold, if I change dice sets, they will probably be of the same family. So you need to know something about dice set families. They produce their 7s in exactly the same way, whether I'm using a 3, 2, 3, 6 or a 2, 3, 2, 1. Put your dice on the table next to each other in the 2 configurations, 3, 2, 3, 6 and 2, 3, 2, 1. Create a 7 out of the first set and then do the same dice changes, implode one die, move the other one, whatever, and you will see that the 7s are located at exactly the same position. So people say, oh, I love this set, and oh, I don't 7 out of this set. That's a lot of rubbish. Each set has about 83 counterparts of the same family. Seriously. It's just, V sets in one configuration, the 3, 2, 3, 6 configuration, have 83. Then we have the V sets in a 3, 6, 3, 2 configuration, which have another 83 or something configuration of 84. All right. Well, the primary 2, 4, 6, 4. Took down bets, probably a good thing because I was talking too much. I'll stop that. It's a 4-1-5 secondary. So right now I'm going to go to a 415 set, which is a 5451, same family, and if I quarter turn them 4212, the idea of doing that may bring me back to a 6 or an 8. It should bring me back to the 268, but you know, that's ideal if mechanics repeat themselves. 268. Dice out. One, 5, 6. Nope. We got the 5 out of it, I guess. That's okay, Arnold. I'm just trying to work through the problems that I'm facing, so I really hope that you guys don't mind. Bouncy table, I think I mentioned this a couple of times. My idea of combating the bouncy table is, as a rule, try to avoid as much as possible the contact with the surface. So avoiding the contact with the surface means employing very high toss. Your usual approach to landing would be something like this, make it a lot higher, steeper, and much closer to the back wall. So your landing zone is restricted to 5, maybe 4 to 5 inches from the back wall. And the advantage of that being your dice will catch the underside of the gate or wall, lose a lot of power, come down, lose a lot more power, and sort of settle down. That's the idea. A lot of people do something which is quite the opposite. They just low roll and they create a lot of bounce on the table. I found that to be counterintuitive to the fact that the bounce will actually create a lot more distortion, let's say, in the rotations and put your dice out of sync. All right, so I did my betting 1, 5, 6. That was what for 1. That was explosion of my left die. Okay, cool. So it's a 1, 3, 5, 3 set. From a 4, 1, 4, 5, it goes to 1, 3, 5, 3. Two, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5, 3. That was dangerous. The 2 was implosion, I think. Yeah. So if I'm to use different set again, it's a 2636. Has the same characteristics as the dice set before that. It belongs to the same dice family, therefore the 7s are located at exactly the same position. 2363. Sorry, 2636. So. Heart 4. That's explosion of the right die. And we come down. So heart 4 is a 2-3-2-1 set, original, but because we're exploding the dice, we're still going to quarter turn the dice away from us 3-5-1-5. Dice out. That's a 6-2-8. That's implosion of the left die to the 6. If I didn't have that, it would have been a 2. And everything would have been perfect. 6-2-8. That's a front line, okay. 6-2. Oops, control Z. So the 6-2 is a 4-6, 4-2 set. We quarter turn the dice. To a 6-3-2-3. If we're going to follow the same rules, we could actually go and rotate them back to a 4-6-2-6 position. Or even go one rotation further and get a 4-6-2-6. So that would be aces, I guess. Anyway, I'm just blabbering on without reason. 3-2-1 dice up. Six, 3-2-3. Nice. Heart 6, that's a primary. Oops, control Z. So the set is a 3-5-3-1, original set. Quarter turn 5-4-1-4, dice up. Dice out. 1, 3, 4. That's what? Explosion left. One, 2, 3, 2. from a 5-1-5-3 set, we go to 1-2-3-2. The reason being, why do we do this move? Because we notice that our dice are going outwards and outwards like so. So we want to be able to get the aces, snake eyes or heart 6. 1, 2, 3, 2 dice out. Dice out. 2-5. That's a double pitch with a heart 6, by the way. So if you look at the dice here, 3 and 3, well, it's turning, but this is what I said we would be getting, and this, but we got on axis result double pitch 2-5. So that was a short one, I don't know. No, it was a 10, okay. Not bad, I guess. Let's repeat last. So we're double pitching. Here we go, 2-4, 6-4. Let's try not to. Double pitching mostly comes from not having your middle finger set correctly on the dice. Dice out. 5-3, that's secondary. Axis. It's actually telling me something else. I could go to the primary set, which is a 6-5, 6-3. I don't need to stay on the other set. 6-5, 6-3. Let's do that. Dice out. 1, 2, 3. That's implosion. But I got the ace, so that's cool. So it's a 3-1, 3-2. Dice. Boxcars, unexpected implosion again of the right die. So because we're imploding the dice, let's say from a 3-2-3-6 family, we're going to go to the other family, which are cousins kind of thing. It's a 3-6, 3-2 family. Now what does that do? It takes good care of implosions. So that's what we're going to do. In fact, right now is the wrong time to take action, but here we go. We might 7 out like a 2-5-7 because we did this move, but never mind. It's either 5-2 or 2-5 if mechanics are there. No, 1-3-4, that's secondary, good. Alright, so what gives me confidence about this shot? Remember we were on a 3-6-3-2 set. If we get a 3 in the result or a 4 in the result with the 3V set, then we should feel confident that the rotations are correct and they're going to save us from the off-axis sevens. We're making assumptions, by the way. We're making an assumption of consistency. So it's a very big assumption in some cases. Dice out. Here we go, 3-6-3-2. That's all. One for 5. That's secondary. Right, okay. That's it. That's all. Four, 2, 6 secondary. A case of diminishing returns, and I need to sort of, oh, okay, I didn't realize that I was up already. Okay, sorry. So I thought I was down by 60,000 or something. Maybe it was another Crapsee. All right, so the result, what is it telling me? I got a 4 out of this one. That's perfection for me. 3-6, 3-2. 4-2 is on axis, so the whole result is okay. But predominantly, you know, we're okay with that. 3-6. 3-2. Dice up. 3-2-5 secondary. Why is it a good result? Because it contained a 3. And the second thing is that it contained a 2 which was on axis secondary. So 2 things going our way. Nice up. That's a 6-4-10 secondary. If I do this, 3, 6, 3, 2, back to original. So it was a 6 and 4. Why was it a good result? Predominantly we had a 4, so we knew that the off-axis 7s could not happen. And we had the 6 which was also on axis, so 2 on axis, perfection. That's at 3, 6, 3, 2. One, 5, 6, that's a primary. We don't hate it, but we don't love it. It is a primary hit and we know about it, but at the real casino, you couldn't know about it. Hey Ricardo, good morning. It could be a 5-1-6, which in this particular case, you should consider the worst possible scenario being a 5-1-6. If it was a 5-1-6, it means that both dice opened up, they exploded. So for this particular set, the 5-1-6 is a bad number because the way the dice are configured, they're prone to 7 you out on an explosion rather than an implosion. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to take the 3-6-3-2 that I was using and just do this thing here. It doesn't change the on-axis results that we were getting before, but it does change the dice results when we explode the dice. It's more explosion friendly as opposed. This is implosion unfriendly. Dice out. Three, 1, 4, that's secondary. It is 3, 6, 3, 2, 3, 6, 3, 1 is a secondary. It would have been exactly the same kind of thing. But rather than 3, 1, it would have been a 3, 5, 8. Dice out. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice out. 4, 2. That's the explosion too. We're not that bothered because we've got the 4. So as long as I got the 4, the off-axis 2 and 5 on the other side, it's not going to hurt me. So I got a 4-2-6 out of it. I'll do a bit of pressing. I'm going to go 1-4-1-2 with a sister set. Same mechanics, same coordinates to the sevens as the previous sets. That's how. Now here we want to see either an ace or a 6, but not together. So we got the aces, but well done to us. Just came. It's a primary hit. That's the small. Yay. So I got paid on that. I hope some people got paid. 1-4-1-2. So in this particular set, we want to see either an ace in the result or a 6 in the result to feel a little bit secure. Obviously not a 1-6 or a 6-1, but I think you're beginning to get the idea. That's up. That's a 5-1-6, okay. Oops, 5-1-6. So we're on a 1-4-1-2. Yes, 1-4. So we got the 5-1. Yeah, we did. So this is what's happened here. That's implosion. This is worrying. So 5-1 means I have to go to 4-1 for 5 now. No, for 5-4-1. Which is different from a 4-1 for 5 in that it's implosion friendly. 4-5-4-1. Nice. I'm trying to adjust my mechanics as they adjust to the table. Nice. The idea to prolong the roll, that's all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 5. That's secondary. No, that's a double pitch. Axis. Oops. Alright, so we're not hitting high-end numbers, so let's change the set. Let's go to a 6-5, 6-3. Sorry, 6-3, 6-5. Use the, what do you call them? Cross sixes. Hopefully we'll get some high numbers, dice up. Double pitched again, 1-6. So yes, there is some correlation from your previous to your next throw. I double pitched before. That was a warning sign. And this brings me to something I wanted to discuss with you guys. On, I think it was Jeff's Live or Casino Gaming TV Live, there was a big discussion going on, and I asked the question, do you guys think that there is such a thing as a cold table or contributory negligence? And people just, what's that? Contributory negligence is described in law as something like so. There are two cars, and there's two cars, one is coming out of the side road and the other one is on the main road. So they have an accident, and the police says there was contributory negligence on the part of this guy because he was doing 200 kilometers an hour. So basically whatever happened, he was partly to blame. How does that translate into something that we do? Contributory negligence cannot be sort of assigned on a random shooter, by the way. You cannot tell him you contributed to the 7, because by definition you recognize the guy, and you recognize that he's a random shooter, so no blame can be apportioned to him for shooting 7s. But when you actually try and practice, when you try and understand dice sets, dice theory, etc., etc., things like what happened just now, you saw that there was a double pitch in your previous result, and you did nothing to adjust for it, either in terms of mechanics or in terms of the set that you're using, or even a quarter turn the same set. Even if you don't do those things, then there should be contributory negligence, and you should apologize to the people betting with you, because you partly caused what happened. Now, it doesn't apply to most people. I would put it to you like that. But there is another side to contributory negligence. There's a side of seeing that there is a random shooter on the table and saying, I'm gonna go, I don't know, table max on him. If he 7s out, if he point 7s out, you cannot be angry at the guy, because there was contributory negligence. You chose a stranger with no track record and you bet heavily on him. Equally so, if, for example, you trust me to be an okay shooter and I go to the table, don't bet on me immediately. Let me prove myself. Maybe it's not my day. Maybe I'm not going to use the right sets. Maybe it will take me a minute from the jet lag or whatever. There is contributory negligence on your part as well for betting heavy from the first time I touched the dice. So it's a very complicated issue, but people should not get angry at everybody so quickly. But at the same time, there are no cold tables. There's just good shooting and bad shooting going on. And mostly the bad shooting happens because people are unaware, and they should not be blamed for it, basically. Here we go. Sorry, I spoke too much, and I'm getting into kind of theoretical ground again, and I do apologize. Here we go. What was that, by the way? That was a 15, okay. How are we doing on there? Yeah, we're doing okay on boxes, 51 and 22. So you can see that the results are a little bit skewed towards the low side, and I've noticed that even without looking at the charts, expected versus whatever. Does that show that we are not random? Does that show that we are sort of biased towards the low side? I don't know. Today's mechanics may show that. Here we go. Back to 3236. almost forgot my ATS. Excuse me. Nice out. Four, 3 again, so that's a double pitch. So we're continuing to do something very wrong, and I think it's mechanics. And if we're to be more specific, we're side pitching. We'll just take this away. The reason why I'm saying this is that there's a 2 and a 6 here, which is part of the set. We are on a 3-2-3-6 side pitch to the 4-3 on the top. So I need to fix something with my toss. It's not the grip, but it's the actual sort of release side. Let's do that again, repeat last. I think everybody stopped talking after I went into the contributory negligence part, but never mind. Here we go. Dice out. One. Okay, that was explosion. Had the 5-1 facing, so all right. 6-1, 6-1. I can't see the 3s here. So this is what's happened from a 5-1. We went to 6-1 explosion, so the next set is gonna be 2-4-6-4. Repeat last. I'll try and keep my dice, together, but so from here we're gonna go here, so that if we explode the die, it's gonna be either box cards or hard 4. We'll get there, guys. Hopefully before we run out of bankroll. Five, 6, that's a double pitch. So we haven't fixed anything yet. Five, 4, 9 secondary. Thanks, Mel. Yeah, confirmation is good. I'm gonna go with the 5, 6, 4, 6. That's up. Didn't like that. 459. Explosion of bolts. There's a lot of drifting going on. I can see the 1-6 as well. I'm not very happy with that. For 151. That's a primary aces. Snake eyes. Wrong place, wrong time. Four, 6, 2, 6. Aces, primary. We got the repeater going there. Two, 6, 3, 6 dice out. Five, 4, 9. That's a primary as well. Into 1, 5, 1, 4 set. So. Ah, come on. Come on. 1, 6, double pitch. As soon as I went to primary to address the 5, 4, not having an ace or a 1 or a 6, double pitched it. And it's the first time I lost, but look at those reds and the greens. 2 come out, 7s, 1, 11. That kind of destroyed the dark side. Then we went 9 and then hit the point, not a distraction. And then they came back with 2 snake eyes, a 9 and a 7. Alright, I guess there is equilibrium. This was a what? That was a 9. Well. I am at 50, I owe another 22 at least. I'm gonna try and fix the double pitching. And the best time to do it is right now when you're coming out. So need to be a lot more careful on the pickup of the dice. Turn, adjust my thumb, and ready. Dice out. 4-3. Wow! Double pitch. I have mechanics, guys. Repeat last. Well, since this is a mechanics thing, let's do the right thing. From a 3-2-3-6, we're going to double pitch the set. 3-2-4-1. Excuse me, mister. Okay. Dice out. Six to 8 explosion, both dice. Dice out. 3-2-4-1. No roll. Almost made a mistake. 3-2-4-1. Dice up. Five, 1, 6. That's a double pitch. Dice up. It's a 1, 4, 5. 4, 1, 5. 2, 4, 1 dice out. Dice out. 1 for 5. That's implosion. Coming down. So changing set 2, 1, 2, 4, double pitching that 2, 1, 5, 3. Five, 6. That's implosion. Changing the direction and the family. 3, 5, 3, 6 is the original. 3, 5, 4, 1 the final. Because of the implosions. Nice. One, 2, 3. That's an explosion of both. 1, 2, 3. Well, good news for me. These sets are not very explosion friendly. Original set 4, 1, 4, 2. That will pitch for 1, 3, 5. Three, 2, 5. Secondary. Okay. Between the 4, a 9, and a 10. So it's a 2, 1, 2, 3. That will pitch that 2, 1, 5, 4. And let's rhythm roll to the 4. If we can do it in 3 sets, that's good. That's all. That's a 1, 2, 3. That's a secondary. We've got that one. For 1, 3, 5 dice out. Set number 2. Dice out. Ah, 6, 1. Okay, respectable, but still. Would like to make, a few more rolls. Here we go. We haven't used any other sets today. All right, 5, 6, 5, 6. Let's go with that. That's all. Okay. What would it drift? That's out height. 5, 6, 5, 6. Five, 6, yo. Five, 6, 5, 6. That's 3, 5, 8. Nice of axis. That's up. Four, 1, 5. Of axis 4. That's it. Five, 1 secondary. We have 4 numbers, okay. 5, 6, 5, 6. That's all. 1, 2, 3. Secondary. 4141. Hoping for a 3-6 or 6-3-9. Four, 5-9. No. Six, 3-9. There you go. That's all. 5-3-8. Front line. Oops. Sorry guys, I'm not presenting the dice in the right way. We go for 5-4-5 dice out. Box cards, nice drift. Wrong time, but we'll take it. So I can now hedge the 10. Hope it's down, by the way, all down. Hedge 10 for 1,000, I guess. Six, 4, 6, 4 for the hard 10. Oh, 3, 4. Shit. It's a come out, I know. It's a shame about the 12. Repeat last. So that was a double pitch. Dice out 6, 4, 6, 4. to 358. Okay. Three five dice up. Heart 6, that's a primer. That's the set 3535, you can see, I think. Heart 10, another primer. Five, six. Three, 1, 4. Oh, fox is 3. Three, one. 等一下。1, 3, 4. Secondary. One, three. 5, 6, yo. Back to the 5, 6 set. That's up. 1, 4, 5. Dice up. 1 4 1 4. Two 6 8. Front line. Two 6 to 6. Nice up. 1 3 4. One 3 1 3. Dice up. Oh, double pitched it. Perfect double pitch 1 6. That was okay. I think that was the longest roll. That was a 20. All right. It's 80. We'll leave it there. We will leave it there. I hope you guys made some money. There's quite a few people who are up. Let's see who is up. Forget me, I'm just being stupid. 3 kilo is up. Rob is up. Kanakatak is up. Red Eye is up. Press Regress up. Danjay up. Mel is up. Justice. Jan is up. Let's see who else. Marvel, he's up plus 70. JR 33. And then from 11 position we go to something like 17, 18. So most people are still, in the positive, which is nice. Hey Jen, thanks Mel, thank you Mel. And thank you everyone. Sorry for not interacting that much. At some point I just thought that people were not here. I wasn't seeing any comments, let's say, but it's okay. I know it's very late. Back on track there. Slowly but surely. I'm receiving a lot of feedback, either privately or on YouTube chat, on comments about how to sort of correct what I'm doing wrong, and I'm grateful for all the suggestions, because maybe it's not the right suggestion, but it actually, makes me think. I am thinking, Jen. Thanks. Yeah, it's quite tiring throwing. Take care, Canela, and rest well. For me, my day is just beginning. Have a great one, guys. Dice are up.